So I'm going to continue now with the painting of the value panel, and I'm going to be painting the shape that is next to the middle gray on the darker side. So in the value scale that we created, this would be value number 5. And I do have the gray paint that I mixed the other day, so I will be using that. And this is the sample of the gray paint that I made, so you can see that it is darker than the middle gray. I'm going to be using the Blick brushes that were called for. This is a Blick Scholastic Wonder White flat brush in number 12 size, and I usually add a little bit of water when I have put paint in the jar. Remember that a couple of thin coats of paint are better than a thick brushy coat, because this is an abstract style of painting that uses very flat, clean paint. I'm also going to put 1 drop of the Liquitex Matte Medium here, and a couple of drops on my little plastic dish here. I've already taped off the part of the panel that I need to outline this shape. Remember, whenever you start painting with acrylic, you always want to make sure that your brush is damp. It shouldn't be sopping wet, so you don't want to have water dripping down the brush, but also if the brush is dry, everything will be feathery and you won't be able to get a nice clean look. So you see that is the painting of that shape, and once you have mixed up the color, the tone, gray value that you want, it's not going to take a very long time to paint this shape. Now when I look at it, I think that I'm going to put another coat of paint on a light gray area. So I'm going to close this one up. It does have a couple drops of water in it, so it should be okay. going to get out the light gray that I mixed the other day. We'll get out another number 12 brush just to make it easier. I'm going to wet the brush and put a few drops of water in here. And a few drops of matte medium. Okay, now as I said, this is a style of flat painting, so we don't want brush strokes to show. You may be thinking, well, gee, this doesn't look like the same gray. It is the same gray, but remember, with acrylic paint, the lighter colors will dry darker. So when this one dries, it's going to look like the one that's already here. So you can already see how rapidly it's starting to dry. You see these dark blotches here. It's not that I forgot to paint, but it's already beginning to get dry. So I'm going to put those away for a moment.